The Ripple XRP case could expose everybody. We're going to break down the Howey test and find out exactly how.
I ain't gonna give in now. I just gotta live this now. I'm gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the real. Cause I am just up on the journey. Just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising warriors, and good evening all over the world. We're going to dive right into this video. My apologizing for the lighting. I'm out here traveling, but I want to get this information out to you guys. So one of the biggest questions I get is, Coach JB, will Ripple and the SEC case deem XRP a security? So what I decided to do is to break down the Howey test for you. And here's what I think is about to happen. Is I think that the SEC versus Ripple case around XRP being a security was all by design to bring in regulation. One of the most well-run crypto companies, with real fundamentals, real balance sheets, real world solves, already operating in the ecosystem, was the one they picked to go after. Think about that for just a moment. Ethereum got a pass, Bitcoin got a pass, as all these people within the SEC moved to consult for cryptocurrency funds. But XRP, Ripple's been on the case for 24 months now. So I'm going to break down the Howey test really quickly. And then what we're going to do is after we break down the Howey test, I'm going to show you what I think is actually happening. Now, the thing they keep saying is saying crypto's a fraud, but blockchain technology is here to stay. Remember the difference. Cryptocurrency, they're trying to make it look like anything that's a currency. Okay. And then you have the blockchain technology, which is real world solve fundamentals. So let's actually break down what the Howey test is. And as we break this down, remember, all four components have to be met to be a security. Okay. So number one, the Howey test is a legal test used to determine whether a particular transaction qualifies as an investment contract. It's named after the Supreme Court case, W.J. Howey, okay, 328 U.S. 293, in which court established the test. It was about orange groves, basically, okay? This is about orange groves, family. They still use the same test that was used around oranges in an orange grove. The Howey test consists of four factors that must be present in order for transactions to qualify as an investment contract. So as we go through this, being Ripple XRP holders, I want you to think about whether XRP is an investment contract. I own XRP. I know I do not have an investment contract with Ripple, okay? I'll just give you a small thesis. I don't own part of Ripple, and Ripple can operate independently over XRP. XRP is a bridge currency. It can operate independently with its technology from Ripple, the company, okay? So one, in the Howey test, investment of money, there must be an investment of money or other value in the transaction. So, okay, there must be an investment of money, okay, let's read that again. There must be an investment of money or other value in the transaction. What that means is you invested money, okay? So I think we can all agree that we invested money into XRP. So it meets number one. Number two, an expectation of profits. This is a key one. The investor must be expecting to profit from the investments, either through the appreciation of value of the investment, through the receipt of dividends or other returns on the investment. This is where things get a little tricky, okay? So when I bought XRP, of course, I'm an investor. I'm looking for profits from XRP. I was also investing in the bridge technology of it being ODL, on-demand liquidity, and solving the liquidity problem, right? But as an investor, of course, I'm expecting profits from this, but I didn't expect Ripple, the company, to gain profit. So it might be number two. Comment down below what you think. So read that again. The investor must be expecting to profit from the investment. So did you have an expectation that you were going to profit from XRP, either through the appreciation of value? So yes, we all have been talking about where it's going to go, of the investment, or through a receipt of dividends of other returns of investment. So we can say maybe it meets number two, okay? Number three, a common enterprise. The investment must be made in a common enterprise, meaning that the investor are pulling their resources together in order to achieve a common goal. This one, I don't agree with, okay? So that means we're all coming together as investors for a common goal. Like, for example, if Ripple brought us together to build a certain protocol, or you work a lot of NFT projects, right? You're coming together to buy an apartment complex. You're coming together for one common goal. So I'm not too sure if it meets this one. So you guys can comment down below. I'm just not a financial advisor. I'm just educating you. I want you guys to argue back and forth down below. Let's educate ourselves so we can be intelligent investors, not just watching YouTube channels or TikTok and making decisions based on the media, but based on true education. Okay. Number 4. Okay, a promoter or third party's efforts. This is where things get tricky. The success or failure of an enterprise must be dependent on the effort of the promoter or third party rather than on the efforts of the investors themselves. Okay, so what this is saying is Ripple must succeed in order for XRP to succeed. I think this is the one that kind of throws it out the window. Okay, Ripple can go away and XRP can operate independently. Okay, and based on utility, okay, and the use of, it could gain more value. Okay, so let's go through them really quickly again. Well, let's finish it up. So if a transaction meets all 4, has to meet all 4 family, it is considered an investment contract and is subject to regulation as a security under the federal law. So what is Ethereum? So think about this. What is Ethereum? What is Bitcoin? What is Dogecoin? What is Shiba? Okay. So when you have these things like FTX, where they have their own coin, FTT, you have a reasonable expectation that the success of that, okay, that maybe is an investment contract. So we have to really decipher these types of things before we make irrational decisions going into an investment. I'm not here to tell you I don't think it's a security based on I don't have an investment contract with Ripple. Ripple can succeed without XRP. XRP is a bridge currency. So in my summing up of these 4, I do not believe that it is a security. Okay, so 1, an investment. There must be an investment of money. Yes, we meet that one. An expectation of profits. Do you have an expectation that XRP will make profits? Number 3, a common enterprise. The investment must be made in a common enterprise, meaning that the investors, all you and I, are pulling our resources together. You and I put our resources together, okay, to achieve a common goal. I don't know if that's something that we did, right? I invest in XRP as a bridge currency and an investment, okay? And 4, a promoter or third party's efforts. The success or failure of the enterprise must be dependent on the efforts of the promoter or third party rather than on the efforts of the investors themselves. Okay, so I wanted to show you what the Howey test is. Now we're going to dive into, I'm going to share my screen here and I'm going to dive into some things that are happening. Let me share my whole screen. It's going to get a little funky because I don't have my full setup here. Okay, so this is something from the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission on September 8th, 2022. This is from the SEC. Okay, I want you to listen to what I'm saying and then we're going to decipher for ourselves. Some tokens may not meet the definition of a security. So they're saying, yes, some do not meet the definition of a security. What I call crypto non-security tokens, I believe this is Gary Gensler speaking, head of the SEC. These are likely represent only a small number of tokens, even though they may represent a significant portion of the crypto market's aggregate value. I wanted to read this over, okay? Some tokens may not be defined as a security. I think they went after one of them that is not a security. What I'll call crypto non-security tokens. They represent only a small, okay, remember, only a small portion are going to survive, even though they may represent a significant portion of the aggregate value of the market. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, XLM, it's the top 100 tokens that represent the largest market share, okay, that are actual real world solve that have fundamentals on their own, okay? So that's really important right there. This paragraph, not liking the message isn't the same thing as not receiving it. Investors are following crypto projects and social. This is what I really wanted to dive into. Investors are following crypto projects on social media and scouring online posts about them. Those tokens have promotional websites, features, profiles, entrepreneurs working on the projects. It is not about whether you set up a legal entity as a nonprofit and fund its tokens. It's not whether you rely on open source software or can use a token within the smart contract. These are not laundromat tokens. Promoters are marketing and investing public and the investing public is buying most of these tokens, touting or anticipating profits based on efforts of others. Question you have to ask yourself: has Ripple or XRP ever paid an influencer to pump their crypto? Never. Has XLM ever paid a crypto influencer to pump their crypto? Never. So think about the tokens that have hired influencers to pay them thousands and thousands of dollars to pump their token. That's who they're going after. We have to learn to decipher the words that they say. Therefore, investors deserve disclosures to help them sort between the investments and they think will flourish and those they think will flounder. So what this is all about, we'll jump on the side of the SEC and let's talk their language. What they're worried about is you not having an investment contract, you not being able to read to a contract and understand exactly what that token or operator of that token is doing. Okay. So we're launching on XRPL. There is no promise of profits. It's not a security. It's a utility token. It's very clear what we're doing. It's not an investment contract because we're not guaranteeing profits by investing in ours, right? So that is very, very clear based on this. So I just want you to help understand what the Howey test is. Read what they're saying, what they're actually saying, so you can make an informed decision. Okay. Now, this is what's happening right now as everybody's looking at FTX. Argentina Senate mulls over crypto advertisement regulation. Influencers, crypto regulation, advertisement is about to get smashed until they get set up and they have everything set up for them. Because think about it, in the Super Bowl, financial companies are advertising. Once they get the regulation in place, they're going to let the dogs go again because it's all about profit for them. That's all it's about, right? Think about how many people were involved in FTX, how many politicians were bought off in FTX. Okay, so as you look this way, there's another narrative going on this way. So Argentina sets some old crypto advertising regulation. The SEC is going after crypto influencers. Okay, and at the same time, all this stuff is happening with Ripple XRP, and it's still going into 2023. It makes zero sense. So we know that Ripple accuses SEC. Ripple accused SEC of hiding the emails, right? Bill Hinman's emails. So when these emails came out, right here, after we got the Ethereum's emails, we know we're at a delicate balance. All that's happening right now is they're going to come out with crypto regulation in 2023. Okay. The central bank digital currency is going to come out about 2025. It's facts. This is going to happen. Okay. We're going to be operating on a gold or asset-backed currency. Russia just announced they're going to an asset-backed currency. They were the first bank, the largest bank in Russia is going to an asset-backed currency. I've been telling you that for 3 years. Russia, China, America, India, Ukraine are all stacking gold in their gold reserves. And China and Russia do not disclose all their gold reserves. Okay, and they're all de-dollarizing from the American dollar. So I just wanted to share with you guys exactly what I think is happening from my opinion. Okay. And this last thing I want to cover, where was Biden's SEC sheriff, Gary Gensler, on Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Where was he with FTX? Okay. So he's suing Ripple and XRP, the most well-run company in crypto. He met with FTX 6 months ago. 6 months ago. What happened? Ripple has been in their case for 24 months. So if you can see, it's all by design to bring in regulation. It's nothing to fight against. There's no evil force trying to stop you. This is what happens when you switch into a new monetary system, right? First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Okay, since 1971, we detached from the gold standard, moving to fiat money. The word fiat means fake money. There's nothing backing your currency. There's no gold. There's no reserve backing your currency. So they can put it into oblivion. America's 124% debt to income ratio. We have to move to an asset-backed currency. We have to move to an on-demand liquidity. So that's what's happening. So I just want to share that with you guys. Comment down below whether you think XRP is a security or if it's a currency. What is it? Is it a security or is it a currency? Because if it's a security, that changes the whole game, guys. That means in America, it's a security, but everybody else is run as a currency. America is the only country that has a problem with XRP being a currency. So you have to think about that. Why? It's all about bringing in the new Howey test. Whatever America does, the whole world is going to do. So love you guys. Appreciate you. Everything in the description down below. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.